Rick, are you talking to dead people at the grocery store again? What did I tell you about that?
Only in the deli section.
You mean because somebody was sliced up? Whoa! Did I just say that? All right. And by the way, everyone, in our live chat, Andy has updated the links at the top. We have Rick's website there, of course. We also have it in his bio, and Rick's thoughts on life, spirits, and evil spirits up there. Another new link, which will be constantly updated as we go into the conversation. Rick, so when these voices come to you, do they interrupt you, say, and stop you from what you're doing, or do they kind of target you? Okay, there's Rick sitting down, just daydreaming. It's a good time to talk to him. Or say you're driving down the road, and you say like, dudes, come back later. I got to drive here.
Well, again, another great question. Of course, I do personal consultations, and when I do personal consultations, I mean, they know that what we're getting together for, and so they're going to be a part of it. And it's now when I do these, I share with everyone that I don't ask who do you want to come through, because I feel like they know better who needs to come through better than we do. So I just allow them to come through and share with their loved ones here. But at the same time, I mean, there's, as I said earlier, they do at times connect with me when they feel like there's a need to share a message, or just like my own loved ones, my own loved ones who've moved on, they'll come through at certain times. But they're going to, if I'm driving down the road, they're going to make sure I get home safely. They're not going to stop and put themselves in front of me and not let me see the car ahead.
Right, and right. Plus you could say, look, guys, I'm not ready to join you just yet. So back off.
And again, there's times that's happened. I mean, there's nights that I sleep very little, and it's just something I've done all my life. I sleep about 5 hours, an average about 5 hours a night. But when I am laying in bed, getting ready for the night's sleep, there have been times where I've had a loved one come through when I'm just laying there and just kind of relaxing. I'll give an example. About a year ago, I was in my bedroom and I looked in the doorway, and there was a gentleman, or what I call a light shadow, in the doorway, and I didn't recognize him. And I looked at him and I acknowledged him, and then I shared with him. I said, "Please respect me. Allow me to sleep tonight." And it's quickly gone. Well, the very next evening, I had a personal consultation with some individuals, and no sooner did I sit down and we began the consultation, this same individual, this same energy came through, and we found out later it was this individual's father who had moved on. I really feel like he came the night before just to make sure I knew who he was, just to make sure I could actually acknowledge him and kind of get me prepared, because he knew we had his schedule just as much as we did.
When you say come through, where are they coming from, and what are they coming through?
Well, the best way I can describe that is that, again, with my environment and upbringing, I was raised in what I call the Great Book, and also because of the abilities I had, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going against the Creator, and so I actually still do. I study the Great Book each and every day. But the best definition I hear is I've read is the Apostle Paul states that there are actually three heavens: a heaven here on earth, a heaven in the stars, and a heaven beyond the stars. And I feel like what this is saying is that when we're created here on earth was created as for a reason, and this is our heaven here. And then once we complete our heaven here, we go in the stars, which I feel is a lot. The loved ones that are coming through is in that second realm, in the stars, as are still around us as part of this heaven. And then beyond the stars is simply what we call going forward, or where, the Almighty God, is in the heavens. A lot of people say the heaven, and that's where that would be. Now, the question Daniel often asks me is, if they're around us, does that mean they're not in heaven? Absolutely not. They are a part of heaven.
Okay, so there's 3 heavens, and which one are they coming from?
Well, again, they've completed their plan here on Earth, and so they, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and then they actually move on, or they a lot in the paranormal industry calls it going into the spiritual realm. They are now in their spirit of energy. They are still around us, but they are now in the life everlasting. And then they are actually also a part of the third heaven, or heaven beyond the stars, and they are a part of that as well. They're no longer in their physical body. That's where we need to understand, when you complete your plan, your spiritual energy leaves the physical body that you have been given, and is now in the spiritual energy. So, and I always to share with everyone, Daniel, when Rick Case completes his plan and moves on, his creator may say, "Sit down to talk about, because you were wrong on a lot of things." So I'm still learning myself each day.
Okay. Now this is a very deep question that I must ask. This is so philosophical. I don't know that you've ever been asked, but I've got to ask it. When you hear them, do you smell their bad breath? I'm just saying. Somebody's talking, and you think,
Well, again, that's a great question. Nope, I have never had that question asked me before. But actually, no. Again, the bad breath is a physical part of the body. But again, they do share with us that by giving us what I call physical validations, or signs that they're around us, and they can use the sense of aroma. And I've had individuals share with me they smell smoke in their house, or they smell flowers, or something like that. Again, it's a way for them to use our physical senses to let us know.
That question may have sounded bizarre, but you absolutely hit it, because I've had people on the show, including people that I know personally, that have said when they felt evil in the house, they smelled dead things. And other people have said when they felt like the Great Spirit was in their presence, that the aroma of roses and that type of thing. So it does seem like they meant that. So are they real, or are they tricking our mind to make us think and trick our physical senses into believing that they're present, or to confirm they're present by tricking our senses?
Well, I really don't use the word tricking. I actually want to use acknowledging, because they understand we're still in our physical body, and the only way we can understand the life after in the spirit of energy that they are now in, which we all have, is by utilizing the physical sense